If you are someone who prefers keyboard shortcuts over mouse clicks, today I want to show you some simple keyboard shortcuts in ChatGPT. So I'll be using the web interface for ChatGPT, and that would be chat and work. And that's just at chatgpt.com. You probably have to log in to your account once you're here. Okay, so the first one I want to show you is the @ and that's just Shift 2 on most keyboards. And this is actually the same menu as if you just clicked on the plus here to the left of the prompting area. So let me just show you that to prove it to you. If I click on the plus, I get this menu. Then I'll click away from that and then click back in here and I'll do @ Same menu. So from here, you can add files from your computer. You can create images. You can do deep research. You can do a bunch of things from this menu. A couple of things that might not be obvious that you can do from here is you can call a custom GPT if you have any. You can call plugins. You can call skills. You can call connected services if you have any of those things. And you can just type in whichever one you have and then so let's just do this. This is a custom GPT that we have. And now if I put in this prompt, it'll actually use that custom GPT. So just using that as the example, that would be the equivalent of opening the sidebar and then going to custom GPTs and then going to my GPTs. And then this one is shared with me and that one is here. Now, this is the same custom GPT. This is the interface if I go through it manually. To be fair, I could pin this and then keep it over here. My issue with that is if you use a lot of custom GPTs, it'll fill up this whole side panel and it might not be as useful. Different video, different day. But I can just do @ type in enough of it to be unique and then enter, and then it's the same thing right here. So again, for me, this is way faster. Also, you can call skills from here. So if you have any skills in here, again, you can just do @ and then type in skill. I'll just do like the skill creator skill, which is everyone should have in there, and then tab over, and now I can just type in whatever my prompt is. So I create a skill that does ... And this one, the equivalent would be, how do I get to this? Trying to think, I use the keyboard shortcut so much I don't remember the long way. So I would click on the side panel. I believe it's under plugins. Yeah, so plugins and then skills. And then I would go here to skill creator and then I would do try and chat. Again, to me, it's a much longer way. This actually puts it in work and then it's a whole other thing, but that also works. Again, I think it's just a lot easier and cleaner to just go in there, type in skill, tab, and then I can just start typing from here. So that's the @ shortcut. Second shortcut is the /, and specifically the /, which is under the question mark on most keyboards. So that looks like this. And this is, I don't know, let's call this like a tools menu. And at first glance, it looks like it's the same menu because the first option is the same. Like whether you do this or the @ the first thing is to add photos and files. But if you keep looking at the rest of this menu, all the other options are different. And these are just different things, different tools that you can use. So it's like you have dictation here, which would be right here. You have feedback, you have the model selector, etc. So now if I didn't want to use the mouse, I can just come in here, I could type / and then model, then arrow down and then enter. And then if I want to use 5.5, enter. Now I have 5.5. It's like now I actually don't want to do that. So then I go here and I go back 5.6. So I can change the model that quickly if I just want to use the keyboard shortcut versus going to here and then advanced and then model here, and then I can select it that way. Again, there's not a right or wrong. It's really just personal preference. Third shortcut is the plus. This one's actually really easy because this is actually the same menu as if you did the @. So if I do this, or if I do this, same menu. So it just depends on what's easier for you to get to on your keyboard. If you have like a separate numpad, on, the right side of your keyboard. Plus might just be easier than Shift 2, but same thing. Everything that you can do on the other shortcut menu, you can do from here. So if I want to do skills, it's the same thing. So that's just the plus. So everything so far has just been in the chat interface. Most of this, like 95% of this, will also work if I'm in the work interface. So that's just clicking over here, and interface looks a little different. And we have at least one, I think a couple of videos about how work is different from chat. So check those out if you're not really familiar with this interface. But now if I come over here and I do the same thing, so I do @ and I have my menu here. I do /, I have that menu. I do plus, I have that menu. The reason why I say 95% and not just 100% is because there are certain features that don't exist in work that do exist in chat. Most obvious one, to me at least, is the custom GPTs. So if I do like I did before and I do @ and then I try to type in B, which was for like the B sanctuary custom GPT that we have, see there's nothing here, right? So now if I delete that and go back to chat and do @B, I have options here and I can select one of these and then do whatever. But again, if I do this in work, I get nothing because there are no custom GPTs in work. And so if there's something like that, or there is a feature that's only in chat or only in work and not in the other, the shortcut won't work if you're not in the right mode up here. And the last one I'll show you on here is kind of a catch-all or a catch most. It is doing Ctrl and /, and that will bring up the keyboard shortcuts menu. And this doesn't have all of them, so like this doesn't have @ and plus like I just showed you, but this does have other keyboard shortcuts that you can do to bring up different things. So if I want to bring up just like thinking effort, I can do Ctrl Shift M, so that would just look like this. And now I can toggle this. This is just with the arrow keys instead of using the mouse. Just go through the whole list here, and then any of these I can actually turn on or off. So if for whatever reason I didn't want, let's say like Control K to search, I can actually click this to the left here and I can turn off that shortcut, and that will not work anymore. I do use that shortcut, so I'll keep that on. But just Control / just gives you, again, most of the keyboard shortcuts. These are meant to be pretty quick. So just quick recap, you can do, again, most of these in the chat interface or the work interface. You can do a Shift 2, which is your @ and that will give you access to custom GPTs, plugins, skills, connected devices, and some of the options you have listed here. You can do plus, which is actually the same menu, the same things. And then you can do /, which gives you mostly tools. And then you can do Control /, which gives you your keyboard shortcuts menu. Again, most of these work in chat and work. And the biggest one that I can think of that does not work in work is if you do a custom GPT, because they don't exist in the work interface. And I've heard a rumor that they might be getting rid of custom GPTs altogether and shifting completely to skills, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. One thing I will note is that they do change these often, unfortunately. So if you try one and it doesn't work, it's possible that they change something on the back end and that shortcut just doesn't exist anymore. But there's nothing I can really do about that. But that's all for today. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.